What if I told you that on the set of Love and Hip Hop, two ladies unexpectedly got into a heated physical altercation? It was barefaced security chaos, with Kendra G lunging across camera equipment, pointing in Rasheeda's face and shouting, "You always want a jock, you fake sneaky hoe." Yes, that did happen. And let me tell you something. This wasn't staged. It wasn't for the ratings. No one expected them to fight. This wasn't a minor argument over hairstyles or clothes. The heated altercation that ensued from seductive remarks and questionable partnerships forced the producers to halt the entire production. Jock was there, silently observing, feeling incredibly bad, which was the worst part. Cast members are picking sides now that the internet is overflowing with leaked material. And Rasheeda, well, she didn't go out in style. Did Kendra finally catch Rasheeda in the act, or was she just jealous? Love and Hip Hop changed to Love and Fistfights at this point Loyalty Edition, and you'll be shocked to hear what Kendra yelled in the middle of the battle. Let's begin. The last round of a WWE pay-per-view event was modeled after what started off as a standard taping for the Love and Hip Hop reunion special. And guess what? Rasheeda Frost and Kendra G were the two frontrunners. Indeed, you read correctly. After years of taunting one another with polite smiles and passive-aggressive comments, the two women eventually took it easy. During what was intended to be a peaceful session, Rasheeda was seated across from young Jock when she responded to a kind inquiry concerning loyalty and friendship in the profession. The audience was silent, the lights were on, and the cameras were rolling. Kendra suddenly rushed onto the scene like a woman possessed. Despite the fact that she had clearly not been invited to that specific section, Dot yelled across the soundstage in warning, without hesitation, with unadulterated wrath. You! This was the eruption that had been simmering for seasons, with backstage tension and suspicious looks on Instagram, but no one expected Kendra to blow up on camera in front of a live audience. Let's be clear. This wasn't your typical Love and Hip Hop yelling match. This was a gloves-off security situation. Everyone froze, including the producers, cameramen, and Rasheeda's wig, which may have stiffened in fear. Let's go back in time to the mess. If you've been following Rasheeda and Jock's interactions lately, especially on Instagram Lives, behind-the-scenes videos, and those suspicious TikTok challenges, something's been off. Rasheeda has been playfully slapping Jock's chest. 3 different production assistants who have since disappeared claim that the entire altercation lasted 4 minutes and 26 seconds, but the fallout is still spreading like wildfire. Kendra allegedly confronted Jock weeks ago about what she described as borderline flirting, bringing up multiple timestamps from LAL episodes and fan page clips where Jock appeared to lean in a little too close, laugh a little too hard, and compliment Rasheeda a little too frequently. Of course, Jock denied everything, but when Rasheeda posted a boomerang, fans noticed the chemistry. And guess who else noticed it? The real bombshell came the night before filming when Kendra allegedly received a direct message from someone claiming to be a former paw on the dance floor. It's a caption for the video, which showed her and Jock dancing at a mutual friend's party. Read, "Still got it." Several cast members say that Kendra didn't speak to Jock for today's appearance at a VH1 dinner. And her close friend Amra, a famous stylist, tweeted something that raised eyebrows. "Energy doesn't lie. Trust your gut. Ask your man why he told Rasheeda that she smelled like peaches in that green jumpsuit." Now, listen, that may sound trivial to the uninformed eye, but in the world of Love and Hip Hop, that's war. Peaches, green jumpsuit, complimenting Rasheeda. That's a love triangle. Detonator doso. Kendra wasn't confused, emotional, or processing emotions when she walked onto that stage the next day. But instead of giving up, Rasheeda stood up, clapped back, and said, "Girl, I've been married longer than you've had edges." The audience gasped. "Don't you dare come at me sideways over Jock's confused little self." Security was already running toward the couch, and Kendra wasn't done yet. If you've been sly since day one, you're the same chick. Young Jock looked like he wanted to burrow a hole in the floor and disappear forever. Rasheeda said something nobody had expected when security seized Kendra and tried to take her off the set. "So, are you going to tell her the truth? Or should I?" She stared Jock in the face. Then, in a classic housewife moment, she tossed her water bottle, which missed Rasheeda by a few inches, but hit a producer in the chest, wetting his clipboard and destroying his earpiece. You could have heard a pin drop, but nobody did because everyone's jaws were already on the ground. Jock's mouth opened and closed like a broken puppet. Kendra froze in the middle of a struggle in security's grasp, and Rasheeda stood calmly with her arms crossed as if she had just dropped a truth bomb and was waiting for the dust to settle. The audience was still rolling when that line cut through the set like a blade through butter. Rasheeda didn't wait for permission. "You see, Kendra?" She maintained a steady and deadly voice. "Your man didn't just compliment me. At 2 in the morning, he sent me voice notes. The Love and Hip Hop production team was chatting. Phones were out. And they were desperately trying to decide whether to cut the feed or let this chaos ride into ratings gold. You say that you don't push him intellectually, and he wants me to. Play them now, whether or not those vocal notes are real." Rasheeda's heels scraped the set, but her screams continued to rage. "You aren't slick, Rasheeda," Kendra said when she snapped again, saying, "Play ID, then play it." She rushed forward, knocking over a chair, but security doubled down and pulled her off the stage like a scandal-fueled hurricane. Rasheeda turned to Jock and remarked, "You've been thirsty for Jock," without missing a beat. Let's move on to the fallout. Backstage sources claim that Kendra ripped off her wig, threw it at a monitor, and threatened to sue the network for emotional distress and sabotage, accusing producers of letting Rasheeda stray from the script and even Mona Scott-Young of humiliating her. One insider even said that Kendra was held in a dressing room for over an hour and refused to leave until she was given a restraining order or an apology. Meanwhile, Jock was caught between 2 women and 1,000 burning. Rasheeda tried to defuse the situation with the well-known statement, "It was never like that." As he was backstage giving an exclusive interview to the production's confession cam, she said, "I haven't touched that man, but Kendra better check her man's DMs before she checks me. You want receipts? I got them, but you look real dumb once you see he's been fantasizing more than acting." The internet went wild, and videos of Kendra's onstage meltdown started to circulate before even Rasheeda's. "So are you going to tell her the truth?" was modified in slow motion in one popular video, accompanied by dramatic violin music and lightning effects. But the true plot twist was revealed when a verified blogger posted a grainy screen grab of what seemed to be a voice message from Jock's account that was timestamped at even celebrities jumped in. Tommy Roman tweeted, "See, that's why I mind my married business." The caption read, "You've always been the one I confide in. She doesn't get me like you do." In the age of clickbait, truth is optional, but vibes are necessary. The vibe was that Jock had been out here pillow talking to Rasheeda while gaslighting Kendra like a dollar store therapist. Tokyo Vanity posted a meme of Kermit drinking tea with the caption, "When your ex keeps sending intellectual late-night voice notes to your homegirl, fans weren't letting it go either." Comment sections were overflowing with comments. "Has been crushing on Rasheeda since 2007. We just didn't want to admit it. Rasheeda isn't innocent. She just likes the attention, and the most savage one, Kendra, is out here throwing bottles while Jock is out here throwing late-night vibes to the wrong woman. Look at what's really happening here. This is a total breakdown of Jock's reputation, not simply a romantic and hip-hop moment. Behind the scenes, Kendra's already precarious reputation as the lady who tamed Jock blew up, while Rasheeda's polished image as the loyal wife who forgives Kirk for anything short of arson is being brought into doubt. According to reports, the producers are in a haste to splice the film into Mona Scott, an explosive mid-season teaser. Kendra's legal team is reportedly already working on a cease and desist letter for Rasheeda and VH1, requesting that the reunion video be altered to eliminate what she says are defamatory remarks and threatening to divulge actual information if they don't comply. The lyrics of a new song that Rasheeda has been hinting at on Instagram stories contain "she mad," asterisk due to her wanting to vent to me. Avoid hating the plug. Repair the battery. Is it the reunion as a whole, Jock, or Kendra? Fans are devouring it all, but no one knows. The following day, Jock made things worse by captioning a black and white picture of himself staring into a mirror with the words, "No mentions, just vibes and damage control." What happens when sincere feelings become fake friendships and public humiliation collide in front of a national television audience? Fallout, and I mean scorched earth, because pandemonium erupted out behind the scenes less than 24 hours after the taping was completed. You can tell that this isn't a coincidence if you know Rasheeda, since she vanished and posted nothing at all. No story, no boutique promotion, just nothing. This is because she was purportedly seen enjoying a private sit-down meal with none other than Kirk Frost. Mr. Infidelity, before anyone could pull her into a back-and-forth battle with Kendra on social media. Sources claim that the two were spotted in a darkly lit corner booth in a restaurant in Buckhead with their phones facing down, wine glasses full, and their voices muted. But guess what? Kirk allegedly said to Rasheeda, "Maybe now you know how it felt when the whole world judged me over stuff that wasn't mine." After being dragged through reality TV purgatory for cheating on her, hiding secret apartments, and inventing more plot twists than Game of Thrones. We may never know whether the entire story is a karma reconciliation or if Kirk is just taking a victory lap now that the spotlight is off his mess. But let's talk about Kendra, because if you thought she was going to remain silent after being pulled off set during a meltdown, think again. Sis went live on Instagram with 45,000 viewers in 3 minutes. And even though her hair was wrapped, her eyes were red, and her tank top was devoid of makeup, her voice remained steady. She began, "I'm not crazy. I'm not insecure. I'm not delusional." But when a woman crosses a line with your man, everyone applauds her like, "Oh," and she dropped this little grenade. If I were being petty, I would have released the screenshots of Rasheeda sending heart emojis to Jock's Instagram stories, but I'm not yet. She accused Mona Scott-Young of manipulating footage to make Rasheeda look unstable, called her a silent manipulator, and said she had screenshots and text receipts that showed Jock had been flirting with her for months. Then, fans were once again on the edge of their seats, and the comment sections divided like Moses parted the Red Sea. Not to be overlooked is Jock himself, who shared a meme of himself photoshopped into a courtroom with the tagline, "Can I plead the fifth on reality TV?" following Kendra's outing of a married woman. Aha, real cute. But brand sponsors weren't amused, and 2 businesses reportedly halted their collaborations with Jock, a men's grooming brand and a "we don't want to be associated with" a storyline that includes alleged emotional manipulation, disrespect, and women attacking each other on set. That's not the image we paid for, according to a leaked email allegedly between VH1 producers. Ouch. Well, so now Jock is not only engaged in an uncontrollable love triangle, but he's also seeing his checks shrink in real time. But wait, we're not done. Footage subject line, "Risk Rasheeda or Kendra fights," segment 1, executive allegedly wrote. "If we air the confrontation unedited, we risk lawsuits from Kendra. If we cut it too heavily, fans will yell 'cover up' and we'll lose ratings. We need a middle ground." What's the solution? According to rumors, Mona Scott is taking both women to New York for a private sit-down, not on stage. Not in front of cameras, but behind closed doors, in an attempt to break the tension before things get ugly. Mona is apparently developing a spin-off called Damage Control Atlanta, which will follow Rasheeda, Kendra, Jock, and potentially Kirk as they deal with the fallout, therapy, confessionals, and legal trouble. The reunion is unsalvageable. Now, hurry up and do it. And a shaky video recorded from the set was uploaded on Twitter by an unidentified account. just when we thought the storm might be over. You hear Jock lean against Rasheeda after Kendra has been let off stage and remark, "Ch, you let her know I'm not scared, you secret villain," Rasheeda replies. Because that one line reframes the entire damn story, but it didn't need to be that hard. The secret villain started trending within an hour. I was wary of being the secret villain. Did Rasheeda plot her own redemption arc? Fans think so. Was she playing a long game? Was she keeping secrets the entire time, waiting for Kendra to crack first? Rasheeda is holding the cards, Kendra is swinging wildly in the hopes that something sticks, and Jock is trying to survive the fallout without losing the rest of his brand. Let's face it, Love and Hip Hop isn't just a show. It's a battleground of reputations, and every tear, text, and tweet is a weapon. This isn't just about Jock, Kendra, or even Rasheeda. It's about image power, narrative control, and who gets to leave looking like the victim versus the mastermind. After Rasheeda's cold-blooded mic drop and Kendra's full-blown breakdown, question is not who is right, but who is left standing. Rasheeda's baby. Jock's brand is bleeding. Kendra's heart is broken. And Rasheeda may have just transformed into her final form, reality TV's most elegant villain. Don't let that smile fool you. She didn't just survive the storm, she may have created it. Because, let's face it, this isn't just about love, lies, and treachery. This is a franchise war, and every confession, leak, and action I take could be a prelude to a bigger explosion. Now, I'm giving it to you all. We still don't know the whole story. So what's in those screenshots that Kendra is threatening to release? Why did Kirk and Rasheeda suddenly reconnect behind the scenes? Did Mona Scott Young already secure the spin-off deal before the first slap even happened? This is Hip Hop and Love, not Sunday school, and you already know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell like you're slapping your ex, because every week there's a new episode around here. And I promise you won't want to miss what's coming up next. Play checkers. Is Jock a naive pawn or a master manipulator? Do you guys even think Mona is planning this peace summit? Or is it just the prelude to another viral storm?